Hey everybody, YouTubers and friends. Thanks for tuning in again for segment number 2 of Lower Canyon Creek. I left that crack I was working. I'm going to come back again and work it this year. But now I'm heading back up to my truck, and I wanted you, this is the area I told you about. Now, that gray, from the way it looks to me, it looks more like a glacial till, and then where it changes color, you see the rocks are more uniform. I believe that's to be a bench, a high bench, and then there's a flood layer there where some loose and more of the glacial deposit has been wearing off than bedrock, and then more it changes here to a river rock. See it all on the bottom, and then you have the till up on top. Now then it goes into bedrock over there, and that has some pretty good cracks in it, but it's something to check out some other time. And along this bench over here, I think it'd be pretty good. You could even dig a tunnel into it and look for bedrock, and if it's nice bedrock, up on that gravel bar there, see the glacial till part or mudslide part from maybe an ancient mudslide, or looks a lot like glacial till to me. Then notice the difference in the rock strata, in the sediment strata right there, how it seems more uniformed and bigger rocks on the bottom and so forth. But even up on that bar there, you could dig in, and if you dig the right shaft, it can be self-supporting, and if you hit bedrock, you never know. Nature's doing a job right there already, but there's a huge rock over there underneath those roots and stuff. But we'll cross here, and then I'll show you a little more what I mean about how it goes into it. And then there's a bench along this bend up high. There's a bench supposedly by the LR 2000. Well, not really that, but more the geocommunicator. It tells of a Canyon Creek placer. It's up around the bend. I have the coordinates for it, but I didn't look for it today. Now see, here's a close-up of what I'm talking about. See how it's all just chaotic and mismatched? This, I believe, is either a mudslide or glacial till. Now, up on the top, like where that big rock is, see the color change and how the rock layers are more consistent? That, I believe, is an ancient stream channel, a bench, a high bench, or even, I don't know if you consider that a high bench or a low bench. But up here, you know, you gotta have a high banker. Unfortunately, all my bigger equipment got stolen. But see how this one debris comes in, and then that channel just works in the way up there. I haven't followed that in, but I might next time I'm here exploring. This place is so close to home, and I've found gold, so you bet ya in segment 3, there's a really good place I've talked about before, up higher by where there's a real good campsite, and at one time it was like 5-6 feet lower. During the mass waste of the landslide, it came down and filled this campsite area in like 5-6 feet, I hear. 4 or 5 feet. Pretty high, from what it looks like. And even a lot of this around here, the dirtier stuff, I believe, is sediment from that. And right across the way from the slide, on that little, looked like a huge gravel bar, from satellite imagery, that used to all be forest. So a lot of that gravel bar was once way up on the hill. So that now I'm walking back to my truck, and I showed you what I wanted to show you in segment number 2, but if I keep talking, I'll miss this rock that I broke apart and found some really cool little crystallization in. I want to check it out and see what it is. If I keep talking to you, I won't see it. So, until segment number 3, this is Zed signing out. Go play outside.